Hello everyone, Stu and Mike here at Portman Road, where Ipswich Town have just drawn 1-1 at home against Sheffield Wednesday with a rather bizarre last-minute equaliser, wasn't it?
It was very bizarre, Stu. I mean, you don't see that very often, do you? A goalkeeper pickpocket like that. No, you just don't see, you don't see it very often. And often a referee will not see it either because it looked the ball was dead, didn't it? The goalie had it sort of in his hand, just about. Everyone could have been looking away, so the ref was obviously on top of it. But Macaulay Bonne, he pickpocketed it from the keeper, and then the keeper was frantically trying to get it back, wasn't he? But Bonne was strong, held it off, back to Fraser, into Chapman.
Yeah, it's goalkeeper plucks the ball out of the air. You think that's it, we're done. Everyone's heads are down in the press box writing their intros, and Bonne just lurked behind the goalkeeper. He stalked him. The keeper was completely unaware. Peacock Farrell dropped it to his feet, and there was Bonne, nipped in on the blind side. Still had a bit of work to do, to be fair. Sort of danced his way around the goalkeeper, past to Fraser, who picks out, again, cool bit of play, picks out substitute Connor Chaplin, who fires into the open net, and Ipswich salvage a point. I think it's the least they deserved from this game on the balance of play. Had the better chances, didn't concede too many chances, which was the big positive for me today. About right, would you say, on the balance of things, a draw?
I think Ipswich didn't deserve to lose that game, and they were 2 or 3 minutes away from losing that game, and I don't think they deserved to lose that game. So yeah, I'd maybe say that the least they deserved was a point. I know Paul Cook was sort of, we could have won that sort of thing, we should have won it.
Big chance at the end. I mean, after that goal had gone in.
Big chance at the beginning and a big chance at the end.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go through the game very quickly. Ipswich in the 3rd minute, I think it was, Macaulay Bonne, the man that you'd want racing through one-on-one, had all the time in the world to size up his shot. And I think in the end he kind of tried to loft it over the goalkeeper, just didn't get enough on his dink, and that went straight into the keeper's chest. Maybe goes down as one of those bit too much time to think about it.
Well, I mean, the ball was played through, and I must admit we were quite level with it in the press box. He was clearly onside, and he had acres. I mean, he literally had acres. He was just coming through, and he had so much. The ball must have bounced once, twice, maybe even 3 times. I mean, I think you're probably thinking, smash it. But just smash it and see what happens. But I think he didn't know what to do. At the end, he just literally almost kicked the keeper on the chest, didn't it? And just bounced off. And
And Ipswich had other chances in the first half as well. They had a goal disallowed. Wes Burns turned one in from an offside position. Worked lots of really good chances. And yet they trailed at half-time through a really good goal from Dennis Adeniran, the midfielder for Sheffield Wednesday. Lovely chest on the edge of the box, dipping volley into the top corner. No chance, Václav Hladký. And Ipswich, having had all the chances in the first half, found themselves 1-0 down. Second half was a little bit more disappointing for me. It felt like after a little 5-minute flurry at the start of the second half, the game just felt it was drifting a little bit, and it felt like the crowd had just gone a little bit flat. 20,000, 21,000 in here today, and it didn't feel to me that goal at the end was coming. Cook left the substitutions reasonably late to the 75th minute before he made changes, and yet they got the goal, and they probably should have won it in stoppage time. Raheem Harper on as a substitute, burst through the middle of the pitch, playing in that number 10 role that he came on at Lincoln, and he has to square it to Macaulay Bonne, unmarked in the box.
I think he had glory, printed all over his face. This is going to be it for fair play to Raheem. But really, no, it was a poor judgment, I'm afraid. Poor judgment. You've got to be a professional footballer. You've got to see Bonne standing there 10 yards out on his own at the angle slightly. All you've got to do is just literally flicked it to him, and he's probably got a touch before he hits it. He hasn't got it the first time. Big chance, as you said, Stu. Massive chance at the start, massive chance at the end. So perhaps a point was a fair result all round, really. Sheffield Wednesday were decent, but they were there for the beating as well. I think Ipswich, Ipswich could have won this match today.
Yeah, it depends whether your glass is half full or half empty on how you reflect on this point today. Obviously, still haven't got a win at home, but it is another point on top of the win at Lincoln. They looked again, I thought, defensively a lot more solid. So it's a major step in the right direction from the Bolton 5-2, which was the last result here, of course. And now they got Doncaster, bottom of the table, at home on Tuesday night. Both sides in the relegation zone. Ipswich have lost another bit of ground today on Sunderland and Wigan, right at the very top of the table, who have won. So It's a big game. They need to win that one
Got to
on
win.
Tuesday,
Got to be,
don't they?
you've got to start get a stage where you're beating teams at home now. I mean, this is, it can't go on forever. I mean, you've got to start winning your home matches, and we're drifting towards October now. No home win in the league. That's got to change. Got to change. Great chance Tuesday night. Goodness me, great chance Tuesday night, Stu. If they, you can't keep making excuses for it, and hopefully they'll get those 3 points.
Yeah, we shall see. Just finally, Macaulay Bond, great to see him wearing the captain's armband today. Boyhood Ipswich Town fan, that was nice to see. Idris El Mazouni came into the side for Lee Evans, who was injured, hamstring. Shouldn't be too long, says Cook, but I thought Idris had a decent little game in that sort of one of those two holding midfielders. Certainly didn't do his chances any harm going forwards. But we'll wrap up.
Actually as well, the goalie.
Yes.
Goalie had a good game. Actually had a good game. He's come with his criticism. He did well.
He did, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So some positives to take from it, and we'll see you on Tuesday night.